Hello there, Pisces. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald, bringing you your monthly reading for October 2021. As we get started here, as always, I use the traditional Rider-Waite deck for my readings. That's my go-to deck. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button below, hit that red subscribe button and the bell so that you're in the know of all of the new amazing content as it is released. I'll be working on some love readings as I get the last of my monthly readings done. I know I'm running a little bit behind, more than usual. I have been working on some own personal transitions, and so thank you for being patient with me as I'm getting these last couple monthly readings out. So as we get started, without further ado here, Pisces, I step into your energy this month. I really feel a lot of magical energy for you. I really love this month for you. There is going to be a little bit of difficulty as you navigate this month. I do feel that there are some personal relationships coming up that are the highlight of this month that you're going to have to navigate. But I do feel that all in all, you do have the ability to bring in the relationship or the love that you want. It's going to really be leaving you in a place here at the end of the month where you are open to new things as you are putting yourself into different situations and new situations to bring that in. It will help you to let your guard down and bring that in. So as we get started, of course, for the 1st through the 9th, we have the Knight of Cups with the 8 of Wands. So communication coming in, offers of love, right? The Emperor, a little bit of some controlling type energy, domineering type energy, and then the 5 of Swords, bringing in a little bit of conflict here. Now this could be your own internal conflict. I do feel that there are some things that you're dealing with internally that kind of come up where you feel maybe torn, between what you need to do and what you want to do. So with this, I really feel as though this communication that's coming in, it's not necessarily as loving as you want it to be all the time, right? This communication, that could be text messages going back and forth very quickly to one another. Words are the center point of this, okay? So Spirit is saying, listen, words penetrate your mind, your aura, your, overall being here, okay? This is what I'm feeling with this. This is something where this person that comes in with this is somebody who has a lot of lip service, okay? This person exaggerates maybe a lot. It's almost like an illness. Like, this is constant with this person. It's incessant. And so this person will say a lot of things. They'll talk a lot of talk, and then their actions and their words really have no matching, or if it does, then it's very, very rare. Okay, so this person has difficulty kind of rising to the occasion in terms of what they say and what they do. Okay, so when I say exaggeration, what they're saying isn't always, it's not that it isn't true, it's what they're saying, it tends to wreak havoc with, it's a manipulation of a sort to you. So it tends to wreak havoc with your emotions, okay? And it leaves you in a place where you're a little bit befuddled. You can't think clearly because it's really affecting your emotions, affecting your mental state as a result of that. And that's where some of this internal conflict comes from as well. That 5 of Swords, where you're feeling like, I know I need to do this, because you're using your true logic over your heart, right? But this is what I want to do, right? Where you're allowing your heart to lead instead of using that logic. And we're at the end of the month here, you're going to be using your logic over your heart with having to navigate this situation. Should you follow the advice, I guess, right? We all have free will. So really what I feel this is, maybe this communication that's been coming in, it is a little bit overwhelming for you, and where those words did penetrate and did kind of pierce your heart a little bit, you did react, and maybe you started, that's where those text messages were kind of going back and forth really quickly. I feel maybe you reacted instead of responded, right? And so maybe you had said some things maybe that were out of vengeance, out of a reaction. You kind of lashed out at this person. And now you kind of want to clear your name, right? You kind of want to, be as clear as you can in terms of, I really didn't mean that, and I'm very sorry. It hurt my feelings, and that's why I said those things, right? You want to apologize to this person. So really what I feel with this is, overall, if you're really taking a step back and looking at this in the big picture, real world situation, it's more like, I ask Spirit, like, what is the best course of action here for this person? Spirit says the word split, right? Like turn your back on this person. They show me like this, right? Like you're done. Wash your hands, smack your hands of it, right? Like you wash your hands of it, okay? And I feel it's more like say your piece and then just be done with it, okay? Don't dwell on that. Don't allow that to dictate your future in terms of how you feel about this person, how you feel about this situation, how you feel about yourself. Just speak your piece. Speak what's on your mind. I feel that this person pushed you to the brink of that. I'm not justifying, what you said or did, right? But likewise, this person also has to be accountable for their actions. And I feel that isn't always reciprocated when you do respond to this person and you do apologize for lashing out or saying, what's really on your mind, giving them a piece of your mind, right? You're totally entitled to that, in fact. And I feel that you're taking responsibility for your actions and you're worrying more about their feelings. They don't worry about your feelings, so... And so I feel like just speak your piece and then let it be, right? If you want to apologize, do that. But I have a feeling that what is said here was like needed to be said. Like this person needs some boundaries placed on them because they're really not honoring, the basis of the friendship at the core, And so, I really feel that this is important. And so just speak your piece and say what you will. And then move on from there. Moving into the 10th through the 16th, we have the 9 of Swords here. Midweek, we have the Hanged Man, so a little bit of anxiety, changing some perspective, and then as you get in toward the 16th, mid-month, we have the 3 of Cups. So really feeling as though this is more of like a celebration, right? Hanging out with friends, having a good time, right? I feel as though this energy kind of lingers, by the way, throughout this whole reading. So I apologize that this tends to kind of go through the whole reading. But this person is not very credible in terms of their merit because I feel, some of this exaggeration is in a way intended to manipulate you. And so this kind of carries over into this second week that we're talking about here in October for you, Pisces. I do feel as though that there will be some sort of a reconciliation, right? I do feel like you see things from a different perspective. And then you do bring in that, reconciliation energy, hanging out with your friends, having a good time. But I do feel like it's really important for you to be mindful of the fact that there's incredible willpower on your part. I feel it's available to you. I feel as though you are at some points, if not entirely, giving up your power, giving away your power to this person. And I think that that's part of the lesson here with this Hangman. I do feel that you're going to be learning that. And this isn't going to be happening all this month. I feel that this is something that's been ongoing for a while. It's going to continue to be ongoing, okay? As you give in to this person, as you allow this person to continue with their behavior and still remain in your life, and as you allow this, it is something that is going to have to be exerted by you, your willpower, incredible willpower, to walk away from this person or to establish firm boundaries with this person. Dynamics don't change very easily once they're established, especially. So I feel as though, you are giving your power away in some aspects. Now, what I hear with this is the lyrics, like, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back around again, basically. So I'm not sure who sings that song. But basically, the more you see, the less you know, right? The more you see of this person, the more unpredictable their behavior becomes, just because they are not acting in a predictable way. They are completely doing things to see a reaction out of you. They are doing things to completely get a rise out of you, to manipulate you, to have entertainment from you, and this is not okay. So how you're responding with this, what I really feel is out of complete love, right? This Pisces energy, they tend to have this love, really put others before them, and maybe you really do have genuine feelings. You love this person. Whereas like a family member type love is what I feel. It's not like a romantic, I'm in love with you type feel, but I do feel like a brotherly type love with this is what I feel. I could be wrong, but it's a distant type love. But I feel like it's counterintuitive, right? Like the more you see, the less you know. It's completely counterintuitive. And what I see with that, what I'm shown from Spirit in that moment, is like the limbo stick. You know that game where you have the limbo stick and you walk under it? When it's higher, it's so easy to just like walk under it, right? You can completely do that. And then as it gets lower and lower, it's like harder and harder to do. And then you're like touching the limbo stick, and then you're like further and further down, and you end up like falling. And then you're getting kicked when you're down, because basically the limbo stick will fall on you at some point, right? And then you'll fall on the floor, right? So that's what I'm feeling with that, is that the lower it gets, you would think that if it's lower, it'd be super easy to do, but it's not, right? Because you have to remain standing with that. And so that's the key. So it's kind of counterintuitive, and that's what I'm feeling with that. As you continue to lower your bar, lower your standards, it becomes harder and harder to maintain that relationship with that person, because that person continues to disappoint you. And it's frustrating, and I feel, the word estranged kind of comes in with this as well, and there's something to be mindful of here, whether this person, their actions, they tend to alienate you sometimes, and then other times they tend to tempt you, right? Where they have this allure about them, this mystery, and that can be really intriguing, but then there's other times where they completely shut you out, and they completely hurt your feelings, and it is not a healthy situation. And so I think that it's really, something to be mindful of as you move forward. What does love mean to you? And I think that was a question just posed from Spirit in general. This isn't anything that I can define for you, right? What does love mean to you? And we're going to get into that a little bit more here at the end of the month. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that, because I think that your love could be defined by things that have happened from childhood moving forward in relationship to your mother. And also with this person, I feel there could also be something happening with this person in terms of what happened growing up with a parent as well. And so these issues, they tend to come together. Now, I wasn't meaning for this Pisces to be a love reading, but this is just what is coming forward. There's a particular relationship that is coming forward that needed to be discussed. And so I apologize. This is a very specific reading to Pisces. So this is probably, for a very narrow audience this month. So I apologize for that, but this is important for Spirit to get out there for this Pisces that is kind of struggling with this. So moving into the 17th through the 23rd, we have the Page of Pentacles with the Five of Wands. So, and midweek we have the Queen of Cups, motherly energy, love it. And then we have the Justice, rounding out the week of the 23rd, okay? So really feeling as though you're feeling maybe just a little bit overwhelmed with everything, like you bit off more than you can chew in terms of trying to navigate the situation. I do feel as though, Spirit is saying the words like brass ring, or maybe there is an actual like ring, right? Maybe this is actually symbolic for somebody, a brass ring. That's something that's symbolic to say that this is their message or something. But where you're going for the goal, you decided to go for the goal, and so you're putting all of your eggs in the basket, and you're really trying to strive to make things happen for yourself. So you're going for this golden opportunity, and you're working hard for that, okay? In spite of everything. And I feel as though You've been honest and you've said things in an innocent way, and it's kind of backfired on you, maybe, right? Where maybe you tried to put your feelings out there. Maybe you tried to explain away some of the things that were happening, or your feelings. So what do I mean by that? You may have like put your feelings out there and tried to communicate that to that person, or and then that person this may have worsened something between the two of you. It may have put like a rift between the two of you. Maybe the honesty where you have said things innocently enough has completely backfired, where this person wasn't ready to hear it. Okay, that's really kind of what I'm feeling with that. So like in the spirit of honesty, you went forward and you said it innocent enough, thinking that it would kind of help to soothe things, and it made things worse. Okay, and so I do feel as though there is some sense of like a self-sabotage that happens. And I don't think that it's something that's purposeful. I think there's a complete oversight of it. It's a pattern that repeats with you, where you may treat yourself like as an afterthought, right? Where maybe you stand up for yourself only when you absolutely have to, because you put others first, right? And so, I feel as though it can lead to a place where you get frustrated, you get very frustrated, and then you feel like this person is completely out of line when they act the way that they act. And so, it kind of you need to remove yourself from the situation. And then so you might look at this like, man, this person, he or she has got issues. And I think that there's a stereotype involved with this, right? Like, it was kind of glamorized maybe by you at one point, where you were like, man, it would be really cool to be in this really great relationship with this person. And the stereotype involved could be maybe this person works in mental health, and your stereotype might be like, it's great because anybody who works in mental health, they always have healthy relationships. Right, but that's not necessarily true, right? We're all a work in progress. Another stereotype would be, because that's kind of like saying, like, anybody who plays basketball, they wear a high top sneaker, right? It's just not always accurate. So where you felt like this was like going to be like a great situation, an awesome situation, you're really taking a step back and you're seeing that this isn't really the situation that you had intended for yourself. You bit off more than you can chew, and so it's time to maybe remove yourself from the situation. And so, like, if you can't stand the heat, get yourself out of the kitchen, kind of feel with that. And so I know that part was just completely it was a little bit confusing. But I feel as though you're going to see that, like, this person is being completely out of line. But in retrospect, like, when you take a step back from the situation, give yourself time out of the situation, you actually see what's happening, and then you're like, whoa. So, moving into the 24th through the 31st, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the High Priestess, Ace of Cups, and Four of Pentacles, kind of guarding the heart there, okay? So I feel as though, at the end of the month here, this person who was once like a really, really good friend, had a solid base friendship with, is now maybe become your enemy because you've let things slide one too many times, and now all this water under the bridge has now become a raging river, and you have fallen in, and you're waving the flag and waiting for somebody to come help you because the current is pulling you under. Okay, that's what I'm feeling with that. And so, I feel as though eventually you will earn this person's respect, okay? And there's nothing that you have to do to earn that from them. It's going to happen in time, okay? So you are worthy of love and respect no matter what. And so you don't have to prove that to anybody, and it's going to happen in time. You don't have to do anything. It will happen, all right? So you'll get you'll get redemption. You'll redeem yourself over time. This person just needs time. I can't say exactly how much time. I feel like it could be a while. And it's not for you to stick around. It's not up to you to stick around for that person to see your worth, for that person to show you that respect. If they're not showing, if respect is not being served, it's out of the question. You don't have to sit at that table any longer. You can excuse yourself and remove yourself, right? And so I do feel as though there's a reason that you stay. And I think that is in terms of what you feel love is, looking back over your life, did you get from your mother what you needed growing up? Did this person get from their parents what they needed? And so I think that the two of you may constantly be testing each other for unconditional love. And it just is creating this dynamic between the two of you. And really, ultimately, there needs to just be some open, honest communication, and you both have your guard up a little bit. And I think that when one has one guard down, the other has theirs up still, and you both need to have your guard down. You both need to have open communication and create space for that for each other. And I'm not certain if there's anything that you can do to help this person let their guard down. Okay? And again, they are responsible for themselves. You are responsible for you. You can only create a space that is available for them should they decide to take the step forward to come to you, to talk to you. You can't make this person do that. You can let them know, hey, I'm here for you, and it's time, when it's time to talk, when you want to talk, I'll be here for you with a great non-judgmental open ear. And I think that that's the best that you can do for that person. But I feel like overall you feel defeated. You do feel defeated. And I think for you, your best course of action right now would be to do a lot of self-love, do a lot of journaling, do a lot of internal dialogue, reinforce your own self-worth at this time, do a lot of internal communication, and communicate with your higher self and your higher power to really reaffirm your own worth. And in terms of letting yourself let your guard down, to be open to more opportunities and to more joy, okay? So that you're not repeating some of these patterns, as you move forward. Because I feel like this person just has like some sort of a disguise or a mask on, and they're willing to wear that mask right now. I don't feel like that mask is like coming down very far. So see like a Mardi Gras mask, and it's like they peek over top of it for just a second and then they put it back. It's like almost like they don't want to be seen yet. So overall advice here for you, Pisces, I see King of Swords. So with this, the Spirit's saying, listen, play nice, play fair. The Queen of Swords actually too is on the bottom of the deck, so it's King and Queen of Swords. So you guys are both working on some stuff. I do feel as though it's important when you do finally decide to let your guard down, or when you feel it coming down and you're open to more things. If you're out there changing up your routine, you will be open to new opportunities and new things will come in for you. But again, I do feel as though you might have a certain vision in your mind of what love looks like and what you want it to be like. And I think that there's a lot of limitations that you're placing on yourself when you have that. And so being open, I think, reframing your mindset in terms of what it is that you want for love and what's acceptable, like making out the list of like your must-haves and things that you can compromise on, and just being open to what Spirit brings in for you in terms of what you're manifesting, because you're going to be moving forward using logic over your heart in terms of this current situation, right? You are going to outwit this person, right? Outlast this person, outplay this person. And going forward, as you do your own internal work and work with that internal conflict and letting that go and doing your own internal dialogue, you're going to really reinforce a lot of healthier behaviors, healthier mindset, positive affirmations. And then as you open yourself up, that guard will come down as you put yourself into new situations, new opportunities will come in, and you might be surprised how much magic comes in, because Spirit will surprise you with beautiful, beautiful things, Pisces. So great reading here for you for October. I do so hope that this resonates for you. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. And again, not all general readings can resonate for everybody, but if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can hit me up at the square site below, or if you're catching me on the YouTube here in the description box below, or if you're catching me on the Facebook, it will be pinned at the top of the page, or at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.